So then like there was this loud sound like, and my mom kept on saying, don't look back, don't look back, don't look back. I started praying, I was like, God, I'm going to die in Jesus' name, God. She was like slits open. Is she your auntie? Is she your teacher? Yeah. Hi guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. This is ONAJEVWE'S, aka Trio of New Better Trio. You're going to understand that more later. So if you're a returning viewer or subscriber, welcome back. And if this is your first time, thank you for clicking on this video and welcome to our YouTube channel. Today, I'm doing a swallow mukbang plus a story time, which I hope you guys will enjoy. So before we start the video, please make sure you subscribe and turn on your post notifications so that you know once a new video comes out. So before we start the story, let me just say a quick prayer and then we'll get into it. Okay, you guys, I'm very excited because I've been dreaming of this swallow for the longest time, and I've had this story in my mind to tell you guys since. So yeah, I usually buy only one wrap of swallow, but because I bought two different soups, I just said let me buy two. So this is the food. The okra doesn't look too nice, but the egusi looks kind of nice. Okay, so let's get into the eating and the story. Okay, so this story I'm about to tell you guys is something that happened like 10 years ago. Like, I think I was 9 when this thing happened. So my mom or our driver usually picked us up from primary school then, and I was in year 6. My brother was probably like in year 2 or something, 1, I don't even know. But my mom picked us up from school. She came with my cousin that day, and she picked us up, and then she said she wanted to stop at the bank. So we went to the bank. So she was like, okay, we should wait in the car, and when she's done with what she's doing inside the bank, she'll come and meet us in the car. So we're like, okay, cool, no problem. So I think her and my cousin went down. My cousin is older. So they went down, and like I don't even know how long they took Shabo. When they were now coming back, suddenly like there was this loud sound, like, you know how accident sound in movies, where there's like screeching and then collision sound. So that was what happened. And then suddenly my mom was going towards that place, like she was going towards the direction where the sound came from, you get. So I was like, oh my god, what's happening? And then I came out of the car. Then I saw one of the security men from the bank. He was wearing a white shirt and then it was covered in blood. And my cousin started saying, they are bringing them to the car, come out from the back. So I was already out of the car, but my brother was inside, yes. So he now came out. Oh my god, eating and telling this story is so hard. My brother now came out. I had already started panicking, like the tears were already coming from my stomach, welling up to my chest. So they were getting closer and closer, and then I noticed like people were carrying some of the accident victims. So my mom was like, you guys should sit down in front. So myself, my brother, and my cousin sat in the front seat at the passenger seat of the car. And the security guys brought a woman and a little child, and they put them in the back seat. So at that point I had started crying. Like I was crying, and my mom kept on saying, "Don't look back, don't look back, don't look back." And she started driving, and she was literally shaky. Like I was so scared. And then I started praying. I was like, God, they are going to die in Jesus' name. God, they will not die in Jesus' name. So I was weeping. And then I was like, okay, so this is what's happening. Like, I was just panicking. I'm like, I was 9 years old, for God's sake. So the hospital that we went to wasn't like far from the bank at all, and it wasn't far from my house either. So we got there, and at that point, oh yeah, on the way to the hospital, my mom was driving like so fast. Like she was driving so fast, and it was so scary. Like it was very terrifying. And she was horning like continuously so that people know it's an emergency, or they guess, like, because you know Nigerians are dumb. No offense. But like, obviously, if that was like abroad, like someone would know that something was wrong. You get? Oh, that's what I was saying. I did look back, even though my mom said multiple times, "Don't look back." I looked back, and what I saw when I looked back was just horrible. Like the woman was covered in blood. Like I couldn't even like make out what her face possibly looked like, because her face was covered in blood. And then as she was crying, and she was singing this song. She was singing, "Because he lives, I can face tomorrow." Like, oh my God! Every time I hear that song now, I think about that day, and I think about her. And then the little girl was just staring, like, and when I looked back and I saw her just staring into thin air, I thought maybe she wasn't injured. But then I looked down and I saw like her bone sticking out of her knee. It was very scary, and she wasn't crying, she was just looking. So like that one now intensified my crying. If you hear the way I was crying, you think it's my mother that was in that accident. God forbid. So we got to the hospital. My crying intensified. Like I was literally pacing. I was pacing up and down. I was like, God, they will not die in Jesus' name. God, they will not die in Jesus' name. God, you protect them. Everything. Oh yes, I'm on the way. Like a police. Apparently there were more people in the accident, but only 2 people could fit into our car. So there was a police van that was now carrying 2 other little girls. One was a baby, and she was hanging, like she just looked so lifeless. Like I was just really praying for that baby, because the baby looked bad when I saw that police car pass. You get? So I got to the hospital. I was praying and crying. Then the nurses at the hospital came to meet me, and they were asking me, because my mom went inside. You know how Nigerian hospitals are, where they won't attend to you if you've not paid or something. So my mom went to sort that out. So my brother wasn't even crying, like he just looked so normal, but obviously he looked like scared. So the nurses came, they were asking me, "Do you know her?" I said no. Like, "Is she your auntie? Is she your teacher?" I was like, no, I don't know her. They were like, what's now doing this one? Anyways, that was how they started treating them. Like they took them inside, and then they took me away from like everyone, because the nurse was like, if the woman is hearing me like crying and panicking so much, it's going to worsen her situation, because she's going to be imagining her condition to be very bad, maybe as bad as it is, or if it's not that bad, worse. So they took me like away from that place, and then I guess my mom was trying to like look through the woman's phone or something. I don't know how she contacted the woman's husband. I really don't know how that happened, but eventually the man got to the hospital like some hours later, and the woman, like, I was just hearing her cries. You know, I said the police van brought 2 other little girls. So the older one of the little girls, I was hearing her cry because apparently her chin was like slit open, so they were stitching it, and God knows if they even like if she could feel it or they gave her something. I don't know. So I was hearing her crying and shouting and screaming and everything, and it was just very, very scary. It was very, very, very scary. And we stayed there like till really late because my mom wanted to make sure that that they were all okay. So later, that last baby that I said she looked really bad, she passed away, and the doctor, you know, called my mom first, even though I don't know what the protocol is like and who you're supposed to who you're supposed to release that information to normally. I don't know how it is, but the doctor called my mom and told her that like the baby was literally dead on arrival. So there was nothing they could do about that, and yeah, my mom had to find a way to now tell the husband, and I don't even think they told the woman that day because like I can just imagine what was going through her mind, like, but she was stable and everything before we left the hospital. And my mom like paid for the hospital bills and everything, and then we went home. So when we got home, like I literally couldn't eat because all I could smell was blood, and my grandma was around, so she tried to even tell me like to eat with her. She said she wasn't going to eat if I didn't eat. I was like, no, I'm not eating. So it was just a very, very difficult day, but yeah, like at the end of the day, we were all fine, thank God, except for the little baby that passed away. So yeah, that was how the entire day went down. Okay, yeah. So that was how the day went down. That was what happened. And after that, after they got better and everything, like my mom was actually going to visit them, like she knew them, like prior to the accident. Yeah, she was visiting them like she knew them, like it was really sweet. Like till today, like they're like literally like a part of our family, because now we see them all the time. Like every holiday, the children are like, want to go to mommy's house, big mom, they call her big mom, they want to go to big mommy's house, blah blah blah, and they come over. Like sometimes they don't sleep over, even though they are really small. Like it's mostly me taking care of them because what am I going to talk about them? They're really young. But this was like 10 years ago, and like I literally just watched them grow, and she gave birth to another girl, another baby girl, and I'm just so grateful that my mom was there that day to help, because she later told us about how the accident happened, and it was a car, I think it was a Sienna, and she was on a bike with her 4 girls, and the smallest baby that passed was on her back, like she tied her on her back. And oh yeah, the police car also took the Okada man to the hospital, and he was fine as well. So the car, like, I don't know whether they were going opposite direction, but the car hit them, and like the way she described it, they flew. And the baby that was on her back also left her back and flew and hit the ground. Like they all hit the ground, and that's how they had different types of injuries and everything. And the baby was just too small. Everything was still very fragile, because the doctors were like, her head, when she got to the hospital, like when they touched her head, it was like all the bones there had just like scattered. Like they said it was that bad. And apparently the man that hit them ran away, so the car was like on the road. with the door open because he ran away immediately the accident happened, because the accident was with a bike, like a motorcycle. So he didn't get hurt. So he was able to just escape. And to today, I don't even know if the police caught him or what happened with him, but that's it. So and another thing is that this type of thing where accidents happen, I'm always with my mom for some reason, and whenever it happens, she's always like willing. She never hesitates. There was another time that she also helped people, and then other like bystanders, like they were now trying to like snap her plate number and say she was the one that caused the accident. That's why in this Nigeria, to even be a good Samaritan is another thing. Like you just be like, who sent him? You get? So Shasha, that's just it though. But at the end of the day, if you can help people in that type of situation, like just try your best to do so. Because yeah, like I was saying, on the day of that other accident with the woman and her children, like there were lots of people watching and taking pictures, whipping out their phones and watching, staring, pointing, crying, lamenting, and nobody took action. Like if not for my mom, it's possible that they would have died. You get, before the police arrived, they would have actually died. So like just be your brother's keeper and try your best to help people around you in any way you can, because you could be the reason why someone is still alive. You could be the reason why someone is saved and everything. So I don't know if I finished this video, if I finished talking too early or I'm eating too slow, or I don't know, but I'm definitely going to finish this food. Yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and I hope that you got one or two things from the video, and I hope that you're going to enjoy it and get to this point. If you're still watching, thank you, like a real one. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please look forward to our other videos coming up. Like we said, we're going to be posting 2 times a week now. That's Wednesdays and Sundays, so help us God. So we need you guys' full support for that. And yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure you subscribe once again and turn on your post notifications. Like this video, leave a comment down below if you've experienced any of these things, like if you've witnessed an accident or you've been able to help anyone that was in an accident. And yeah, see you in our next video. Bye.